Hello again everyone and welcome back to another canon-filled episode brought to you by the Halo Collective. My name is Ricky and thanks again for joining us. We have numerous things to cover today. The Dynast Mjolnir Variant, Tartarus' Gavel, then the Hannibal Mantis and Scorpion. So let's get right into it. We will begin with the Dynast Mjolnir Variant. First off is the armor. The Dynast is a brawler armor variant that excels in close-range firefights through a combination of resilience and improved situational awareness. Next is the helmet. Having in many ways effectively replaced older CQB and CQC designs, the Dynast helmet shell is covered in bi-layers of compressed carbon nanotubes and hyperdiamond sheets, making it fantastically durable and rather expensive. Based off of those descriptions given for both armor pieces, it definitely is meant for brawling, and furthermore meant to take hits and still keep on going. Next is Tartarus' Gavel and all the information we have on it as of now. Tartarus was a ruthless Drollhane chieftain, whose meteoric rise through brute society and Covenant military was fueled by vicious bloodlust and cunning politicking. By 2552, Tartarus had eliminated or surpassed all opposition in his quest to serve at the Prophet Truth's right hand atop the Covenant Empire, overwhelming all opposition among his own people to become chieftain of the brutes. At the battle for Delta Halo, however, Truth's plans for Tartarus to crush the elites opposition to his rule would be undone at the 11th hour by the Arbiter Thel 'Vadam and a small but united contingent of human and Sangheili forces. Tartarus' death at the Arbiter's hands ended the chieftain's plans to unify his fractious species, but his legend still inspires ambitious brutes eager to build their own legacies. During his ascent to power within the Covenant, Tartarus used his relationship with the Prophets to reward loyal lieutenants with advanced weaponry secretly forged within the sacred promissory. These vicious and unique instruments of war helped assure the rise in both position and influence of his own pack, and cemented key loyalties when grander machinations began to unfold. It is truly wonderful to see that even a weapon like this holds meaning to the Halo universe. We don't get to see Drollhane all that much anymore in Halo media, so this is a welcome addition. Now finally we have the new Hannibal Vehicles which are being added. Let's go over the Mantis first. This is a following statement by Tim Timmerman, the vehicle designer of 343 Industries. Hannibal works closely with the UNSC in its efforts to incorporate new weapons, technology on existing vehicle chassis, advanced Mantis with heavy armor, rapid-fire Gauss cannon, and experimental ion-field missile warheads. With the Hannibal Vehicles, we wanted to create a feeling of this experimental tech that's barely contained and brimming with this unpredictable and lethal energy. That was the design behind the Hannibal Mantis. It's sort of a what-if Mantis that isn't ready for full production, but hints at some of the Skunkworks tech being developed. Since players are pretty familiar with the base Mantis, we also wanted to provide a bit more strategy for skilled players, something that's useful in the hands of a novice but absolutely deadly when used to its full potential. To that end, the shields have been boosted a bit and the downtime when your shields are broken is reduced. While the overall armor is not as high as the Oni Mantis, if you can quickly engage and retreat with the Hannibal Mantis, you'll be able to manage your shields easier and stay alive even longer. The chain gun has been replaced with a slow firing but brutally heavy hitting Gauss repeater. It will overheat quickly, but if you manage your heat well and fire precisely, you can deal a massive amount of damage to enemy vehicles. The missile launcher is a favorite of mine, and plays into the whole unpredictable and lethal aspect of the Hannibal. When each missile hits, it releases several submunitions that cause sporadic and widespreading damage. This weapon was designed to damage or take out clustered groups of infantry. Lastly, as we played into the Hannibal experimental tech theme, we added an EMP overcharge to the normal Mantis stomp attack. This is very useful for disabling nearby vehicles and expands on the tactics that can be employed with this particular Mantis. Now for another statement from Tim Timmerman, but this time surrounding the Scorpion. This is but one of Hannibal Weapon Systems' tanks test beds fitted with the latest in-vehicle borne directed energy weapons. Advanced Scorpion with heavy armor and fast discharged laser currently undergoing trials within UNSC Infinity War games. As with the Hannibal Mantis, the inspiration behind the Hannibal Scorpion was a Skunkworks style prototype military vehicle that isn't quite ready for full production. With the rarity and high level of this vehicle, it gave us an interesting position from which to design a new Scorpion. Thanks to a massive Spartan laser type beam weapon mounted to the Scorpion cannon and a heavy hitting gauze repeater turret, this might be the most lethal vehicle in the Warzone lineup. I admit I'm a huge fan of beam weapons, and since the days of Halo CE, I've always wanted to see what a beam equipped Scorpion would play like. The Hannibal theme with this Scorpion opened the door for this, and from the first prototype, we knew the beam cannon was going to be awesome. As an added layer of depth, for more advanced players, the beam cannon works well because rather than an instant single hit projectile, the beam damage is spread out over a fraction of a second. That doesn't seem like a long duration, but it opens up for different attack methods like a sweeping attack that lightly damages multiple targets, or a concentrated attack that drives all the beam's energy to a single target. In keeping with the Hannibal theme, we've reasoned that a prototype military corporation might reuse some of its best assets across multiple platforms. To that end, you might notice that the Hannibal Mantis Gauss repeater behaves very similar to the anti-infantry turret placed on the Hannibal Scorpion. Aside from damage tuning for balance, we wanted to establish a connection across multiple Hannibal vehicles where you can start to recognize the tech in which the corporation specializes. Same goes for the blue accents, paint job, and sort of the unstable overcharged effect that let you know that this isn't a standard Scorpion. The art and audio teams did a fantastic job communicating that raw power and deadliness in the design, and I for one can't wait to lay down some serious beamage with this thing. Just a quick reminder everyone that the information that we got about the Hannibal Scorpion and the Hannibal Mantis was brought to us by Tim Temmerman, the vehicle designer of 343 Industries. And with that, we have reached the end of the episode. Hope you enjoyed it, so be sure to leave a like and a comment below. Do you have any thoughts on any of the topics we covered today? Let us know. And be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on news and entertainment for anything and everything Halo.